Greetings, everyone. This is Anita, and I want to talk to you about the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time that I had in Tanzania. I am spiritual, and I truly believe that every step of the way, every segment of the trip had its own special spirit and anointing. We came to Tanzania to uplift, motivate, and inspire the artists there, and that is what we did. We turned Tanzania on its side, from the motivational speaking to the dynamic artistry to the community service days to just dining and enjoying great Tanzania food and spices, the excursions, but most of all, the people. Connecting with the people on the ground, envisioning their dreams, and giving them hope that they may be able to go on and fulfill their dreams. We touched many people's lives, and as well, they touched our lives. Even I, as a professor, I received something that I just didn't even know that I never had, and that was an appreciative love for the message that I delivered in my workshop, the rise or the role of the artist, the gifted artist. So, in short, I just want to say that Kim Poole and Thai Tours put together a tour that is good for your mind, that is good for your body. We climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. I was the last one down, but there were guys that helped me get down. I'm 58 years old, but I wanted to take that challenge. She prepared us in advance by asking us to start walking and exercising so that we would be able to be fit to be able to climb the mountain. And thank goodness for that wisdom and foresight, because indeed, as I said, I was able to climb and make it back down. So this is just to encourage anyone that if you're interested in joining Thai Tours, it's going to be all that you want and more, especially if it is your first tour. And especially if you've been on many tours, as I have been on many tours, but for me, this was tour of all tours. In the beginning, in the planning stages, I dubbed this tour the Amazing Race. And the reason why is I looked at the flight schedule and saw that we were flying in and out of so many different cities. And it just reminded me of the Amazing Race. And when you get into the midst of packing your luggage and packing light and getting on the airplane and getting to a new destination, you never knew how much fun you were going to have at the next destination. And each destination had its own glory, had its own uniqueness to it that it clearly separated the last adventure. And that is what is so wonderful about the Thai tour, is that it's just so much to take in that actually when you get back, it's going to take you some time to unpack all of your experiences. And it was for me, a tour of a lifetime. It was life-changing. It was life-impacting. And I can say I am a better person because of the tour, of all the people that I met, just warm people I've connected with, and I will continue to be in connection with these people. It's wonderful to say that you have friends, true friends around the world, that you have met face to face, that you ate with, that you slept with, that you played with, that you worked with, because you become family. You become integrated into everybody's life. No person had a single life or a single experience. We all experienced each other, the good, the bad, the ugly. I don't believe anyone got sick, but um, but you experienced everything, the fears. When we were on the safari, I know I was terrified during the night because I would hear this sound "Rrrr," when we was out in the tent. And when we got to the campsite, it was only a few minutes away from where we'd seen the last lion, and there were no fences. So I was terrified all night long, only to find out when I got up to go to the bathroom that the sound was nothing but the zipper on the tents. People had been opening and closing their tents all night long. So that was an experience all in itself. But the glory of seeing the constellation on the Serengeti, it was like no other night that you can gaze and see the stars. Truly, that was a blessed point and place in our world that you can see an exceptional constellation, a stellar show. It was awesome. It was like the stars were, it was like they were doing this in the sky, moving, and it was just beautiful. So I'm gonna not belabor, but just wanted to let you know that touring with Ty is an overall experience. It's a learning experience. We learned about the East African slave trade, things that's not talked about so much in the United States. The concentration is the West African slave trade. But when you go to Tanzania, and you see people that still look like people in the United States, and you wonder, well, why or how? Well, part of the reason is because the East African slave trade predates the West African slave trade, and they went further into the interior, oftentimes, and gathered slaves from various ports like Bagamoyo. That's in Tanzania. So again, I said I'm not gonna be long, but I just wanted to let you know that every segment of the trip has its own spirit, has its own glory, and has its own experience, and is guaranteed it's going to be well worth your time, your effort, and you'll be talking about it, telling your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, your children, whatever stage you're in. This is going to be a lifetime story that you're going to tell. All right, everyone, have a very, very, very great day.